4 lights, 5 lights, and they are out, and away we go here in Germany, down the inside of Vettel into this next corner. And we're going to do that, and we'll be able to get Vettel here going into this next corner. And indeed we have, as you can see now, Bottas is behind us, but I think we ran wide again. Now Bottas has actually got us here, and we're not going to be able to defend this one, are we? Nope, because Bottas kind of shuts the door and he's too far ahead. During this stint, my engineer was telling me that it was going to dry up in about 15 minutes. But anyway, onto the option tyres now. Basically, the top 5, Bottas, Ricciardo, Vettel, Rosberg and Hamilton, did not pit onto the dry tyres. Something down in front of us, but that is Bottas, who we're catching here on the final lap for 5th position. We're going to go up the inside here, even though he has DRS. We just have so much greater straight line speed, which really I'd never thought I'd say against the Williams. But we are going to finish in 5th today, the German Grand Prix. We have received a contract offer from Scuderia Ferrari. Which team gets the most votes will be the team I'll be racing for in Hungary. Hey guys, what is up? It is StopMat1998 here, and I am back with a brand new video. We are here today for the Hungarian Grand Prix Part 11 of my F1 2014 Career Mode Series, and Freddie Gray has decided to move to Ferrari mid-season, so this is absolutely crucial for his career and obviously his championship in general. But obviously you guys did vote for Ferrari over Force India. I think Ferrari did beat Force India by quite a bit in terms of the votes. But anyway, we're in practice now in this Ferrari. No RMD objective for today. But yeah, let's just hope that this weekend can be successful. Better than it was in the Force India. But who knows really what challenges Hungary can bring about, as Hungary is actually quite a difficult track to overtake. So obviously good qualifying is absolutely essential around this track. And in this is practice, sorry, not qualifying. Basically, practice there was an 85% chance of rain. And basically that meant we only really had time just to do a few laps. This is my 4th lap here, and as you can see at the moment, we're quicker than Vettel, we're a bit slower than Ricciardo. As we're going to come around the final corner now, I think this is going to be our best lap of the session. It's going to be a 1 minute 26.1. I think that was our final lap of the session before it began to rain. I think it was spitting. As you can see there, we end up in 4th, ahead of Lewis Hamilton actually, just behind Bottas, Rosberg and Ricciardo in the end. So we now skip on into Q1. And in fact, our time on the prime tyres wasn't actually that good at all, which was kind of surprising to say the least. But as you can see now, on the option tyres, we are absolutely smashing the fastest time here, going purple, although we do run a little bit wide here. Again, it's this sector 3 where the Ferrari does seem to struggle, where Freddie seems to struggle quite a lot. This is where the AI tend to gain on him the most. But anyway, coming around this final corner now, will this be fastest of the session? This will probably be one of our last laps. I don't think we've got enough fuel to do another lap. We set a 1:23.8, and that is fastest in Q1, and that puts us fastest overall with Hamilton 2nd and Rosberg 3rd. Let's go into Q2 now, and as you can see, we've left it quite late actually to set our first Q2 time, and we're actually half a tenth off Button's time, so that's a bit worrying to say the least. And in fact, I don't think we actually have enough fuel to do another lap after this. As you can see, our fuel light's already flashing, going through this tricky right-hander now, as we're 9 thousandths off Button, so it's going to be all about this 3rd sector, which is where Freddie has really been struggling all weekend, so it's going to be extremely tough here. We're going to have to absolutely nail this 3rd sector, and although the rear we sort of lose the rear there a little bit through that hairpin corner. But anyway, coming around the final corner now, as you can see, we are very, very low on fuel, so hopefully that could give us some good acceleration out of this corner now. Opening up DRS, and it's a 1:24.5, and that is not good enough at the moment. As you can see here, as you can hear, we are beginning to chug, and unfortunately that means we've run out of fuel, and that is our session over. Extremely disappointing really, considering our pace shown in Q1 and practice. That is just devastating for Freddie, and he was very disappointed with that. But however, he did pick himself up, and he is looking for a points finish in the race today. We're doing the same strategy as the AI. We're starting on the options and obviously pitting on the prime tyres on lap 8. But anyway guys, wish us luck in our first race for Ferrari. So good qualifying from our teammate Fernando Alonso. to start 6th on the grid today, but as you can see, we got Button ahead of us, and also Prez, who obviously did replace us. But anyway, 5 lights are on now, and they are out, and away we go here in Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got a pretty good start, actually. We're actually gotten a really good start, already leapfrogging Perez, Bottas, and Button. As we're now going down into the first corner, we're braking at the same point, almost hitting the back of our teammate Alonso. For some reason, we weren't too happy, and we've actually been squeezed out, forcing our teammate out in the process there. Not really what Ferrari want, but anyway, we've got Button and Bottas alongside us now, braking to this next corner now. I think we're going to get Bottas here, as well as Button. Yes, we do. We're up into 7th place now. So we're just behind Nico Hülkenberg, our former teammate, and Felipe Massa as well, who we're going to be aiming to overtake on this lap, hopefully. But however, as I said, overtaking around Hungary is extremely difficult. There really aren't very many straights. The only real straight to overtake is the pit straight, obviously, and the straight after turn 1, which is kind of small. That's where the 2 DRS zones are on this track, but I think really the main aim is just to hopefully overtake Hülkenberg and Massa as soon as possible. But now skipping on to lap 5, really, we just could not overtake Hülkenberg and Massa because there is, overtaking opportunities are limited, and we just couldn't get the traction where it really mattered, like out of the last corner and out of the first corner, and that's why we couldn't overtake Hülkenberg, who was stuck behind Massa, who was really, Felipe was kind of forming a train in this race, to be fair. But as you can see behind us now, Jensen Button is actually diving into the pits. I think he's doing a 2-stop today, so he's doing one more stop than ourselves, like he did in Silverstone, if you can remember back to that race. But anyway, I think we're going to pit in on lap 7. I think we're going to pit in a lap earlier so we can get an undercut on Hülkenberg and Massa ahead of us, who do appear to be holding us up. But as you can see on that straight there, out of the final corner, they're pulling away quite a few meters, and that was really what was affecting us in this first stint, just traction in general. But anyway, into the pits we go now. I think we're the only one in the pits now, but let's hope we don't rejoin in too much traffic, and let's hope, most importantly, that we rejoin ahead of Button, who pitted 2 laps earlier. So let's see how the pit stop is. We're fitting on the prime tyres now. It is a 3.7 second stop here, and indeed that was a pretty decent pit stop from the Ferrari crew. Great first pit stop. Well, our first pit stop with Ferrari, so that's good. But anyway, into standing mix, and look at all those cars rejoining ahead of us there. We're in quite a lot of traffic as Sittel rejoins ahead of us, and we've got Button, who we just about rejoined ahead of, although we've run very wide at turn 1. Is Button going to take advantage of that? But no, he wasn't. He was too far behind, really, to make amends of that, of my mistake at turn 1, of Freddie's mistake at turn 1. But as you can see there, we've got some cars battling ahead of us, including Sittel, and I believe Perez is involved in that as well as a Caterham, actually. I think Marcus Ericsson is as well. But now going through this tricky sector 2 now, we've got Sittel. I think Perez is actually going to try and make a move on the car ahead, and Perez is going very slowly, and Sittel's just going to go around the outside of him. So are we as well. Wow, that was close. I thought Freddie thought he was going to crash into the back of Perez there because he was just parking on the apex pretty much. But anyway, we got past him, and now we've got to hope that the guys ahead of us pit in so we're not held up anymore, because I believe Alonso, Hülkenberg and Massa are in the pits this lap. As you can see that all the other cars are in, apart from Marcus Ericsson, I believe, who is staying out another lap. So let's hope the heat doesn't affect us too much. But anyway, opening up DRS now, as you can see there, we've got Alonso coming out of the pits now, as well as Hülkenberg and Massa. Will we be able to get ahead of Alonso? Yes, we do. But what about Hülkenberg or Massa? No. It seems as if they both rejoined ahead of us, so the undercut didn't work as we wanted, although you could argue that we closed the gap ever so slightly. But as you can see there, Massa has actually rejoined just ahead of Marcus Ericsson, which is absolutely crucial, because now me and Nico Hülkenberg will be held up by the Caterham driver while Massa can pull away. As you can see there, he has already pulled away by about a good second actually, but as you can see, going into this next corner, Hülkenberg makes a mistake, runs wide, and we take full advantage of that by going straight round the outside of the Force India, and we're now up into 10th position. Obviously there are cars ahead who haven't pitted yet, just like Marcus Ericsson. But now the aim is just to catch up with Felipe Massa, but although I think Valtteri Bottas in the other Williams, who was running just behind us before we pitted, is coming into the pits this lap, and hopefully we get ahead of him, although we have been held up quite a bit in these past couple of laps. You can see Ericsson finally diving into the pits. We've got Hülkenberg and Alonso ahead of us now, behind us now, sorry. Come around the final corner now, opening up DRS. Where is Bottas? That's the question. As you can see, he is exiting the pits now, and he is actually pretty much ahead of us there. Can we actually get ahead of him now? Breaking out to this next corner now, will we be able to get the undercut on Bottas here? Will we be able to cut back? No, because Bottas just gets brilliant traction out of turn 1, and Bottas has made huge gains. I can't believe he managed to make those option tyres last. But anyway, onto lap 14, Bottas pulled away by a massive amount. Just the traction and the grip on these prime tyres just were not very good. You can see there, we've lost DRS now, but now Alonso's gone through. But however, we're making contact with Alonso. We're actually going to go around the outside of him here. Brilliant battling here between the two Ferraris. This is fantastic stuff going through this corner now. Wow, this is getting so close, and we just about pull off the move round the outside, and Hulkenberg also goes through as well. But wow, what a brief battle there with our teammate Fernando Alonso. And as you can see now, skipping on to lap 18, nothing really happened. Bottas pulled away by a huge amount, and Hulkenberg's going to go up the inside here, but however, he didn't go for the move as our tyres are beginning to go off. Our tyre wear was a lot worse in the stint than it was in the first stint, probably because we did pit a lap earlier than what was scheduled. But anyway, we're going to come round this last corner now as Nico Rosberg has won the Grand Prix, and Hulkenberg's not close enough to us to make a move. But we're going to come round the final corner now onto the pit straight to finish in 7th place. But yeah, that was a very good race in the end actually. I quite enjoyed that. But in the end, we finished in 7th place, which wasn't bad at all. A good 6 points for the championship. Although our rivals Bottas and Massa actually finished ahead of us, which was a shame really. It was just because those prime tyres went off very quickly. They just were not as fast as... Our car just wasn't as fast as the Williams, it seems. But in the championship now, we're still in 9th place behind Bottas and just ahead of Massa. So we've got to aim to catch up with Bottas as soon as possible. But in the constructors, we're in 3rd, quite a way behind Red Bull and quite a bit ahead of Force India, who have actually overtaken McLaren now, interestingly. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And I will see you in Belgium for the next Grand Prix. Bye-bye.